Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. It is a launch day, and it's the launch day of something you guys have been so excited about. It is, of course, the Wobblers. To start with though, would you like some good news? Who doesn't love some good news? I know we're having a few gremlins over on the website earlier today. Some of you were struggling to check out in the UK and the US. Those issues have now been fixed. So if you did or you were struggling to get your order in, now is the right. You can get yourself over there, get your orders placed, and get yourself checked out. We are, of course, going to be focusing on the Wobblers for the next couple of hours, and the hottie Scotty little wobbler himself is here with me in the studio. Craig's here. How are you, Craig? We've been wobbling all day, haven't we?
Yes, been wobbling about. Boy, I've been waiting for this one for, well, a couple of weeks since I've known. Now, what I'm going to do is going to show you some of the things you can be making. We did have a look at these within Wake Up Call, and this is what we made in Wake Up Call. So see how it's got the wibble and it's got the wobble that you can see there. So make very simple cards, but then we've got robin that you can then start to do the wibble wobble all three together. We've got penguins, so small cards, square cards, DL cards. What about doing scenes? You can then start to create your scenes that you can see here. Really good one to be using with Sarah's watercolour Christmas. Then what about going online and getting millions and millions of different free templates out there, including little crackers? You can then be doing the wobbles that you can see there. But that's not it, Joe. Then start to come in and bring in all your different crafting collections. So this is part of our picnic box. Now, we did have it as an explorer kit a couple of weeks ago, so let's do the wibble wobble of the gingerbread man, woman, child. But then what we can do as well, we can do little tags, snowflake tags.
I do love a tag.
You do indeed. Now this one, think of this style, but think of it within the snow globe, within Sarah's collection as well, watercolour Christmas. So you've got that wibble wobble. If you want to do little gift boxes, then you can do as well with the wibble wobble. Or if you do like to do a lot more home baking at Christmas time, you want to do your cookies, you want to do any of your shortbread, or just anything in general, maybe that Mrs. Santa Claus would be doing, you can then be doing that as well. Really simple to make, so fun to make. The instructions do explain how you're going to do it and how you're going to do it with acetate. We will be doing that, but we'll be doing the wibbly wobbly bits with some cardstock as well.
Absolutely. It's going to be so much fun. You're going to have so much fun with these. And the great thing is that they are wonderful stamps in their own right if you're not using them in the wibbly wobbly concept. But the wibbly wobbly concept is so much fun. So let me take you through the designs that you'll get included in here. Then you're going to get your wibbly wobbly gingerbread man in there firstly. So you get the mechanism in each one to create the wobbler element, which is there. Craig will take us through how we use that. And then the die to get cut out your little wobbly character there as well. Stamps, you are getting cute little sentiments as well, which I think you'll use with the collection and away from the collection. So you've got your gingerbread man, you've got your wobbly little reindeer in here as well. You are also getting a wobbly Mrs. Claus in here. Craig was saying this reminded him of someone, but he wouldn't tell me who earlier, so I hope I'll get that out of him.
I think who it is, Joe. It just reminds me of someone, but...
cheeky little elf. He looks like he could be going for a little skate, according to my producer, Erin, as well. All of the sentiments are all specific to the actual individual wobblers as well. We've got our wobbly snowman in here as well. He's having a wobbly good time. Then we've got wobbly Father Christmas or Santa Claus in there as well. You've also got a wobbly penguin. What's better than a penguin? A wobbly penguin. And you're going to get the fantastic Christmas owl in there too. You can get, is it a robin?
Is it a robin? I think there's more chance at Christmas robins than there is of Christmas
Owls could be around at Christmas.
Of course they could.
Like they don't go home. Well, they're always at home, but you know what I'm saying. I reckon if you coloured it up in a different way, it could make a gorgeous owl. Anyway, you can get all of them, all 8 collections, which is fantastic. And not only that, you get the acetate included as well, which is what you need for making those mechanisms. What a brilliant price for absolutely everyone. They're $39.99 or $69.95. Everyone, of course, getting that Club Inspire saving. Platinum members, you're looking at under £32, under $56, which I think is sensational value for money. Lots of you went for these in the earlier Wake Up Call show. Over 10% of our stock now has already sold through. very, very busy. But I think, Craig, a lot of people may be looking at these and thinking, okay, wonderful, they are cute as a button, but are they easy to do?
They are so easy. They're so easy, they're so fun. There's lots of different avenues you can go down when you want to incorporate them with your crafting. But do you know what they are as well? They're good for the kiddies to make. One of the other reasons they're good for the kiddies to make is depending on obviously the card size you're making, but the dies for the Wobblers will all go through your Gemini Mini. So you know that you'll be able to give them to the kiddies to do themselves. So what we are going to do to start with, I'm going to bring in a card blank that I have already got to size. So it's 5 by 5, and to explain the way that I folded this card, so fold it normally, but then what I've done is I've done a score line from the bottom left to the top right, and then I fold that over, and that's going to give us our twisted easel. So this is the style that we're going for.
Awesome.
So within Wake Up Call, we showed you how to do a very basic card, and there was nothing basic about it. It was very, very fun. But this one I thought we'll still show you the wobble, but let's do a little bit of a fancy card. So it's going to be a twisted easel. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the robin for this one, or in Joe's case, the owl.
Someone asking if it maybe was a spowl in the comments. It's definitely not a spowl, can tell you that much.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
And it's definitely not a spowl.
And what you also get within each of the sets, you do get a little top tip sheet. Now what we suggest is to die cut the little spiral within acetate, which acetate you get within the bundle. Now we usually say the heavyweight acetate 220 micron. Well, that will work great. But do you know what's in the collection? 250 micron.
Wowzers.
So that's really going to give it extra wobble. So we give you a little bit of a step-by-step guide as to how you die cut it, because sometimes with acetate it needs a little helping hand, i.e. a metal shim. But we're going to come in, we're going to go in with the robin, and I've got all my tri-blends with me today because we've got these on a fantastic price that we're going to be using them throughout the show. We're going to come in and I'm going to stamp this one out, and we're going to start colouring with my tri-blends.
Awesome, great tri-blend collection for you on the show as well. You can get 42 tri-blends. They're in there, six packs. You're going to get floral, portrait, natural, exotic, vintage, jewel shades, and woodland as well. Do check those out on the website if you want to see everything that's in the show, because it is chock-a-block full of great stuff. Get yourself over to crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, hit that shop the show button, you'll see absolutely everything that is there. If you want to have a little bit of a natter with us as well, share some salacious gossip, then of course you can do that as you normally do. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you're on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube as well. And do you want more good news, Craig?
I do. I love good news.
Wow. I feel like the good news bear in this show. Having been the bad news bear earlier, we have got a very special promotion running for you from right this very second. And that special promotion is here. Spend £50 or euros, and you'll receive an extra 75 bonus points, which is awesome. Spend 75, get an extra 100 bonus points, and spend 100, get an extra 150 bonus points. How amazing is that? So even more great reasons to shop with us here at Crafters TV today. So take advantage of that. It's just gone live right away, right now over on the website. So yeah, fill your boots. Maybe people are going to be eyeing the next level in the club. This is definitely going to be the event that's going to get you there.
Maybe. That'd be really good, wouldn't it? So what I've done to start with, Joe, is I have stamped out our robin and I've die cut it. Now I've die cut it now because I wanted to very, very quick into the demo show you about the spring and the acetate. So that's why I'm die cutting it now, but we'll come and colour this in a second. Now these will go through the mini, as I say, all of them will. Now with the acetate, what you're going to do, each of the characters have their own little coiled spring. And there's nothing different about each one other than the size, because some of the characters are wider in the body, some of them are thinner, so therefore it's actual size of the coil spring that's different, but each one does the same job. So what I've done is I've popped it onto acetate. Now although this will go through the Gemini Mini, what you'll sometimes find is let's do this without any helping aid. So if you're using your normal Gemini, Gemini Junior or your large Gemini, if you die cut it in the normal plate configuration, sometimes you'll find what happens is it doesn't quite cut through to the acetate. So what to do, if you're using your junior or your large Gemini, use the metal shim. With your mini, what you can either do is add an extra shim of cardstock, really getting that extra pressure in so it's going to die cut out. Or alternatively, if any of you, which most of you do, have your metal shim from your Gemini Go, what you can do is pop that one in. And what that is just doing is, that's going to die cut, of course, straight through the acetate. And then because you've got that strength within that metal shim, your little coiled spring within acetate is going to die cut absolutely perfectly.
And what about if we didn't have the shim from the Go, Craig, and wanted to use the mini?
So just bulk it out with a bit of cardstock.
Bit of cardstock, excellent.
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely. So that gives us our little coiled spring that you can see. And I know with acetate, you know, it's a bit harder to see, but you can see it there. Throughout the show as well, I'll be doing this in cardstock as well to show you how that works. So what we can then do is let's go back in with the robin, and we're going to do a little bit of colouring. And I'm going to tell you the colours that I'm going to use. Gold yellow blend, dark red blend, aqua blue blend, jade green shades. That actually should be the blends as well. Muted brown blend and earth brown blend. It's a mouthful. There we go. Jade green blend. That's what we want. I want the blends because they're all slightly thinner or, you know, lighter in cardstock. So we're going in here. So you can see we have got our robin. So we're going to start with the earth brown blend. So I'm going to go in with the lightest tone first of all. So let's colour in with the light. And we're going to go in, and I'm starting within the middle of its body, because with this is where I would say that it's going to be darker within the middle of its body. So we can go in, and we're starting off light. And the tri-blends, these are going to work an absolute treat for you to do the blending. But as we always like to point out as well, please don't feel as though you have to blend with them. If you want to use, for instance, this one shade of brown, you can do. No reason why you have to do the blending, but the option is there. So what we can start to do is blend them in. And with it being the tri-blends, I'm using my alcohol proof, and I've gone for the flagstone. If you want to use your aqua pens or that, then what you would then use is your waterproof finesse. So we're going to go in, and then we're going to start to colour more areas of the wings of the robin.
There's a little collection of those on the bottom of your screen there as well. You get pebble flagstone, rustic brown and noir black for you there too. And you get a great little saving on that as well, which is always welcome. 15% off of those, so do grab them. Really important that you've got the right ink pad when it comes to your colouring, isn't it, Craig?
It really, really is. For instance, we're going in with our alcohol pens. So what would happen is if we were to use our alcohol pens but use our waterproof ink pad, it's going to smudge. It's the wrong ink for the job. If you were to use your aqua pens and then use your alcohol proof ink pad, again, it would smudge. It's going to then start to smear all over the place because it's the wrong ink for the job.
Oh, we don't want that.
You don't want that. You absolutely don't. So therefore, it really, really is important that you do use the right finesse ink pad for the right job. So there's one wing for now. So let's go in with the red, and we're going to do colouring. So we can come in here. So with the red towards this left-hand side as well, what I'm going to do is have that where I'm starting off. So I always follow Leanne's lead, and what she does, and I like to do, is I go in with the light tone first. What this is doing, it's kind of priming your cardstock. It's giving a basis for you to then build up your levels of ink. So I'm now going in with the dark tone of the red. So I'm going to lay that down towards the left-hand side. Now I'm going to go in with the mid-tone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend that dark tone out, but I am only going to come as far as to where that light tone ended. So we'll start to get a deep going into a mid. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this off into the light tone to blend that one out. So then even then perfect. Look at that from up above. Already you can see that shading that you're getting.
Isn't it?
So we can then, let's do the Jade Green blend. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do certain sections, Joe, and then I can bring in one that I've already done. But by going in with the scarf, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to colour the whole of the scarf with the lightest tone, and then I'm going to go in with the dark.
I hope it doesn't affect his aerodynamics, this scarf, is what I was thinking, you know. Yeah, it looks like it's all right, so I think he's doing okay.
I think so.
And the hat, I hope that doesn't throw off his balance in any way. I'm sure he'll be fine.
I'm sure he'd be absolutely fine. I'm sure he'd be able to adjust his wingspan in flight mode.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Lots of people chatting away and saying hi from all over. Peggy's in Georgia. Jodie's in I nearly said it again, Craig. Nearly said Jodie is in Tesco. She's not. She's in Texas. Dee is in Kentucky. Polly's in Blountstown, Florida. Erin's like, as soon as I stumble over a place, Erin's like, oh no, here we go. Oh no. Blountstown, Florida. Sarah's in from Melbourne, Australia. Pamela's in Central New York. Who else we got here? Kimberly, North Carolina. Wanda is in New York as well. Deborah is saying hello from Pride, Louisiana. What a great place that sounds like. Pride, Louisiana. Loving that. Any questions that you've got about these, get them into me and I'll pop them across to Craig. Of course, you can do it in all the normal ways. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. A lot of you letting me know that you've ordered these and gone for them already. Val got her order in this morning at the end of Wake Up Call. Bridget got her order in last night. Patty says hers are on their way to her too. So I'd love to know which ones are your favourites. I know that a lot of you, judging by the orders, are struggling to split them up and are going for the whole collection. That is obviously the best way to get the best value. If you did want to cherry pick, you can get any two of these for $10.50 or $18. But I think it's just, especially with something like this where it's such a strong concept, Craig, it's really nice to be able to have all of them, isn't it? The whole collection.
It is, because we're bringing them to you today for the wobbler effect, and that's what you can do with them. You can have so much fun. But as we'll show you throughout the show as well, you could be using them as standalone stamps if you want. But then what you can then do is incorporate them into other crafting collections that you've got. So whether it's the picnic boxes, maybe it could be your twirling characters. I have got a demo where we're going to use them with the penny sliders.
I'm going to have to tell you what Erin's trying to say. I'll see if you can make any more sense of it than I can. She thinks, do you think he's where, Erin? In high... Do you think he's in... Do you think he's in high winds? And would that make him or her wobble? Erin's having a lovely time in the gallery.
Is.
She's having the best time in there.
Not sure about that one, Erin.
They're called Wobblers, yeah. Yeah, but I don't know if birds wobble in high wind. I mean, he probably does wobble though, because he's got, his centre of gravity's off a little bit of his hat and scarf. So maybe, I see your point. Yeah, I see your point.
Do you know what I want to point out as well, Joe?
What's that?
I don't know about you, but I would say, certainly over the last 3-4 weeks anyway, I've had a number of comments on Facebook or even Instagram asking, are we doing a Christmas version of the penny sliders?
Right.
Now, we're not. I've double checked with Shay, who in the office, he now deals with all of that. He's kind of taken over that side from Hilary, who's moved on higher up within the department. And he says we do not have Christmas penny sliders coming out this year. So therefore, what you can do is come along using your penny slider die collection that you've got, and then use these characters as your Christmas penny sliders. So much so that I had to do a demo, and that's exactly what we're going to do during this show. I'm going to give you a tease right now. It's going to be with the snowman, and it's going to be with the circle penny slider.
Okie doke, so stay tuned for that. And also, I'm guessing you could take other small dies that you have and make those into wobblers if you wanted to, Craig.
You can indeed. You might want to take the characters from the penny sliders and use little wobblers out of them if you want.
Absolutely.
Lots
really
of
great idea.
things.
Talking of cute little size dies, you wait until you see the deal that we've got for you on the staycation stamps and dies in the later cartload show, Craig. Oh.
It's
You
a
know
good
they're one of my
isn't it?
all-time favourites. They are at their best ever price later tonight, and myself and Craig. Because of course, not just about launch day today here on Crafter TV. We've got Cartload coming up later, 7 p.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 11 a.m. on the West Coast. So make sure you stick around. It is a Craig takeover day today, which is glorious. It really is.
Thank you, Joe. But it's
And
glorious to be
then
with
you've got a
you.
nice long weekend, so I'm here with The Fish tomorrow. Debbie Fisher is in the building.
You are-
my TV wife for 3 whole shows.
You are. Debbie is, because tomorrow's my Friday off, Debbie Fisher is very kindly stepping in for me. So it's going to be a good one to watch and see
keeping your seat warm,
keeping
which
my
is
seat
nice.
warm. So I know she's really looking forward to that. So that will be good to see. But what I was actually waiting to say a minute ago, Joe, you know when you were on about the staycation?
Mm-hmm.
What about, I don't know, a wobbling ice cream cone?
Love a wobbling
Or a
ice cream
wobbly-
cone.
Anything, do you know what I mean? Bringing
Yeah.
them in,
A
mixing
wobbly
and
RV.
matching. You could go wibbly wobbly. Now here we go. We have got a little robin that we've coloured in that you can see there. How well does that come together?
Beautiful.
Nicely coloured in. That's using the tri-blend. So very quickly again, because I know you guys always love to know what we're used. Jade green, muted brown, dark red, aqua blue, gold yellow, and earth brown. They're all the blends
Awesome.
that I've used within them ones. So what we can then do is let's bring in our robin, and then I have got my little acetate twirly bit. We can then come in, where's my card blank? We're going to go in for the next moment or two, Joe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do some mats and layers to get all of these layers together, and then we'll come and assemble the little wobbler with the robin.
Excellent. Lots of you chatting away with me. Bernie saying how cute these are. Connie says, I love a card that wobbles. So genius to give us a die to create the wobbler element. I have some plastic ones, but can never find them when I want them, so now I can create my own. Carrie saying, so neat that you make the wobbly yourself. Deb says, can't wait to get my hands on these. Hours of fun. For me, never mind the kiddies as well. Pamela says, do you guys not have snow owls in the UK? Beautiful, majestic white owls. So that was obviously why I thought it was an owl, clearly.
Yeah.
Apparently there's one in Harry Potter, a snow owl. There you are. Sandra says, Joe, what next level? I'm already 10 times platinum. There you are. Yes, 10 times platinum. That is amazing. I can't imagine what a labyrinth of crafty goodies Sandra must have. If she's 10 times platinum, that is amazing. Deborah says, I wish I was as great at colouring as Craig. Do you know what? I think the thing is with the tri-blends, Craig, they're a perfect starting point, aren't they? And there's so much inspiration and education over on our website available to you. Off the top of my head, I think we've done 5 or 6 Colour Me Happy shows specifically dedicated to the original tri-blend markers. So I've used them in the past and got great results. So I think pretty much anyone could. Would you agree, Craig?
I would agree with you. And many that have been following us for, well, quite a while now, and certainly myself over the last year when COVID first struck, and when I done the 12-week shielding, that's when I fully focused on my colouring, and that's when I started with the tri-blends. And it's about practice, having a little bit of a play, getting that confidence level up, and if there's any of our alcohol pens that's really going to give you a confidence boost, in my opinion, it is the tri-blends. And I showed that over the weeks and months last year when I was using the tri-blends, and I was colouring in smaller images, larger images. I was sharing them on social media, kind of a little bit of a social media diary, seeing how I was progressing with the colouring. So that's exactly where I started to build my confidence with alcohol colouring. That was with the tri-blends. And although I still use the tri-blends majority of the time, what it also means is now I am really quite confident in using our classiques, which open up even more colour ranges if you want to extend beyond the tri-blends.
Excellent. You'll find all of that. All of our shows are free to watch back anytime you like over on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. They are all there. They live there forever. So even if you're going for these wobblers today, you don't need to remember how to use these. As soon as you get them home, come back, you'll find them on our website. There'll absolutely be a craft along on these, I'm sure, at some point in the future as well. So do know that you'll be in good hands every step of the way. Diane says, I didn't think I could colour either, but the tri-blends are amazing. I watch a lot of the masterclasses. They show you the tricks on how to shadow. Best thing I could buy, those tri-blends. So yes, that was Diane talking about there. So I think if you're new to colouring, a great starting point, those.
They really, really are. And so many of you at home, not just us, but so many at home shout about them and vouch for them. And that's always good, you know, because it's great that we can come here and tell you how much we love them and how good they are, but it's you at home that also help make others decide that, you know what, yep, I'm going to give them a shot.
Absolutely do. CJ says, the Wobble characters look like they've all come from various events at the Olympics. I wonder what Mrs. Claus has been up to at the Olympics.
I wonder what she's been up to.
Diving, maybe shot putting.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Now what I'm going to do...
Maybe she could be an Olympic weightlifter.
Mrs. Santa Claus.
Mrs. Claus, yeah.
Yeah, because she'll be lifting a lot of weight when she's helping Santa with the parcels and the sacks and that.
Absolutely.
So yes, she'd do well with that one.
Those sacks are very heavy, I'm told.
I believe so as well. Now what I'm going to do here, the only reason I've put red card underneath here is so that hopefully you'll see the acetate a bit clearer. Now what I'm going to do, when it comes to using the acetate, I would highly recommend using red liner tape. If you do the little wobbler swirl with cardstock, which we'll do later on, I would recommend tacky glue. So what I've got is I've got a tiny little bit of a red liner tape, and I'm going to pop that within the middle, and we're going to make sure that we stick it the right side down. So let's take the sticky side, and I'm going to pop that within the middle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a press in the back of my pokey tool just to adhere it to the acetate. And then what we can do is we can then peel the backing off. So let's take that one off. Is it still sticky? Did I get that? There we go. Let's do this one here. So we're going to get our little bit of red liner tape into the middle. And as I say, we're going to burnish that one down. And then what we can do is we can lift that one up. So let's get a hold and lift. So what I can then do is I'm going to turn my robin over. Let's bring in our acetate besides the sticky side that way. And then we're going to pop it into the back of our, I was about to say robin there. I was about to say owl there, it's a robin. So giving it a good...
What else could it be other than a robin? Maybe if we coloured it different, it could be a, I don't know. Oh, I was out running on Saturday last week, Craig.
Yeah.
And there was a, when I run along the canal, you run out for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
And then it goes and goes and goes, the canal, like all the way into Cheshire. So you run for a certain amount, you turn around and then you run back again. I was running along past the Manchester United football stadium.
Right.
I looked across the canal and there was the biggest heron I'd ever seen. It was absolutely ginormous. I find birds a little bit scary. So it turns out I went down, turned round and was running back, and I obviously wasn't paying much attention, was looking down. It had crossed on the other side of the river and was sat in a bush, and I nearly ran into it. I've never screamed so loud in my life. Yeah, I was so scared. The heron was just chilling. He was like, what do you want? But I reckon he was like literally to about here on me, like absolutely ginormous thing.
They can be quite scary though, to be fair.
I think it's their big gullety thing that gets me, you know.
So
we've got a question on red liner, Craig.
Rightio.
Could red liner dry out like other double-sided tape?
All I can say, in all the years that I've used red liner tape, I've never had an instance where it's dried out. So, you know, that's from personal experience from years and years and years. You know, it's to do with the material that's within the red liner tape. It's extra strong, it's extra sticky. So this is where we would always recommend, if you're not using a wet glue, such as a tacky glue, then your red liner tape is going to be the best one for you.
Awesome. Karen is also asking where these papers are from, Craig, as well.
So what I'll do is we'll go over the layers just in a moment or two.
Okey-doke.
But what I've done is I popped that little bit of adhesive into that centre of the spiral, and we attached it to the back of our robin that you've seen. And then what I've also done at the end of the spiral, just at my thumb there, I've popped another bit of red liner tape. So that's now in place. So I'm going to then pop my robin into the middle, and then I'm going to press so it gets a good adhere. All these layers, the patterned layers, are from Santa's Kitchen from last year.
Awesome.
And then our red cardstock is just from our 12 by 12 cardstock. So then what we're going to do is I always like to start off by holding down, just to make sure we've got a really good adhesion. And I also like to hold at the back, and then I give the spring action a little bit of a pull, just to get it going. And then we can see we've got the wobbler happening there. Let's try to wobble. I don't want to, anyone that has issues, with sensitive eyes on the TV screen.
Yeah.
I don't want to completely wobble the card and the wobbler, but you can see we've got the wobbler going. So let's finish it off by adding a sentiment, and you get sentiments within each of the die sets, and they're all different as well, Joe.
Lots of people chatting away with us. Lynn says the gingerbread man is her favourite. Rosemary says hi Craig. Shall I try that again? Hi Joe, Craig, and everyone behind the scenes. Watching you both in my caravan from a very wet Exmoor. I just love these. Have ordered them already. Patty says the gingerbread man is what caught my eye. They're all so cute. Karen likes Mrs. Claus. You don't see Mrs. Claus in a lot of collections all that often, so it's lovely to have that. Kathy's saying as well, this collection is adorable. I just had to order it. Wishing you gentlemen a great day. I'll be watching off and on today. I'm in the office. I must work to support my crafter's companion habit. Lots of people watch us on the down low at work these days, don't they, Craig? Working from home. Deborah says, oh my goodness, what a day to be late getting here. What are these wobbly bobbly things they are talking about? Oh, they're fabulous, cute dies that are going to give you a lot of wibble and wobble on the front of your cards. Cynical Sim says, when I use a metal shim, I don't put the cutting side of the die to it because I was told it could dull the dies. I always put it behind the die. Does it work better to actually cut towards it?
Cut into it.
Yes.
Cut into it,
okay.
Yeah, it won't damage your die whatsoever. It's to do with it's not just any standard piece of metal that dies are made from.
No.
You've got really substantial, strong material within them. So yeah, go back, do the opposite of what you're doing, cut into them. That's where you're going to get an even better result. But
so cute.
Here we go. Now, for instance, Joe, that could be a little 5x5 card with a sentiment, but we've made it into a twisted easel that you can see here. And again, so if I tap the back, there's a better way of showing you. Look at that, and it wobbles. You've got that wobbling character. And again, if you want, the more that you enhance that acetate with the spring action, always give it a little bit of a helping hand by holding to start with, just so you can pull it out. Then that's going to give you even more flexibility and movement when it comes to the wobble.
How wibbly wobbly-tastic, Craig. Right, let me go back through what you're getting in here. Don't forget you're getting all the sentiments in here too. So you're getting the main focal stamp, the die to cut that imagery out, and then all the sentiments that go with it. So you've got things in here like peace, love and sweets, gingerbread wishes and kisses, have a tasty Christmas, and goody gumdrops as well. This one here is your reindeer, so you can see you've got your wobbly little reindeer on here, and this one's got sending Christmas wishes and reindeer kisses. Oh, that's nice. To a dear friend. You've also got merry and bright in there too. You can mix and match these, of course, to a degree if you wish. Wobbly Mrs. Claus in there. It says, have a sweet Christmas from our home to yours. You've also got sending you sweet wishes in that one. This one here is the cheeky little elf. Someone was saying earlier this one looked a little bit like Craig. And in here you've got you're a friend like no one elf. I love that. You've also got oh what fun and a jolly hello. You've got your cheeky little snowman in here too. And the snowman has got thanks for being so cool, love never melts and so much fun. This one here is Father Christmas or Santa, Saint Nick, whatever you want to call him. It says, have a jolly time, love from Santa, and Merry Christmas to all. This is our producer Erin's favourite. She loves the penguin. And this one's got Wobble I Do Without You. What'll I do without you? Hope your day is a flurry of fun. Love that one. I love that. This one's got a spotty hat and scarf as well. Also, then you're going to get as well that amazing robin in here. And with that one, you've got have a lovely Christmas, season's greetings, and also winter wishes, which is amazing. So you get all of them for that great price you can see there on your screen. Everyone gets a fantastic saving of, £16 almost, just under $20. Everyone that's in Club Inspire, of course, is going to get an extra saving, which is always nice. And Platinum members, you're looking at less than £32 or less than $56. Don't forget as well about all of the extra bonus points that you are going to receive. So remember, we've got that points promotion on at the moment. When you are that way, Joe. When you're spending 50, you'll say get extra 75. 75 will get you 100, and 100 will get you 150, which is awesome. Right, something else I want to share with you, which is a flash sale on our incredible tri-blend markers. These are incredible. It's no exaggeration when I say when we brought these out, it absolutely revolutionised alcohol marker colouring, because what you had for the first time is one pen that has 3 different shades of the same colour within there. There's 42 markers in here. They're arranged into their project packs as well, and I think that's really handy because it shows you what colours work together. You've got naturals, floral blends, portraits, exotic blends, vintage blends. You're going to get the jewel shades, and you'll also receive the woodland shades as well. Each pack contains 6 pieces. However, each piece contains 3 pens. So actually, you're looking at 126 pens within the 42 pieces that you've got there, which is brilliant value for money. It's a 40% saving, which we just don't do when it comes to our core Spectrum Noir products. And it means that Platinum members can get this for under £67 or $100, which is fantastic value for money. Something else that's a fantastic deal that I need to tell you about is this week's Get It, Got It Good. And this one, of course, is the Gemini Mini, which these are perfect to use in conjunction with. You get everything you would normally get included, your 2 folders, your purple shim, the machine itself, the user manual, but in this particular configuration, you're also getting that carry case included, free of charge as well, worth $12.99 or $15.95. You won't be paying for that, but only up until the end of Sunday. So get it before we launch another Get It, Got It Good, of course, which will be on Monday. Now, lots of you have jumped to the website and got these in your baskets. It is extremely busy at the moment, as we knew it would be. What I'm going to do is give you an opportunity to check out before we go back to Craig for more fantastic demonstrations. So whilst you do that, here's all the details on Club Inspire and also US shipping.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
I want to share with you a couple of other bits that I know you're going to want to go for. A couple of things you're going to use lots of with these particular new dies is our white stamping cards. What we've done, and also the acetate, of course, is perfect for creating the mechanism. So we've put together a little bundle here for you with a 25% saving, which is awesome. So 1348 or 1870 gets you 25 sheets of the heavyweight acetate and also 60 sheets of that stamping card there as well. So the perfect combo for putting these together. The other great thing to go for as well is your alcohol-proof finesse ink pads, because these are going to be perfect for you then to come along and add your alcohol markers into the details. You've got a 15% saving here as well. So in here you're going to receive the noir black, you're also going to get rustic brown, the flagstone, and you're going to get the pebble in there as well. 1696 or 2363. Don't forget about those gorgeous wobblers as well. You're going to get all 8 of them in this particular configuration. They are brand new. You won't have seen them until today here on Crafters TV, so make sure you snap them up. I think you're going to have so much fun putting these together, whether you're putting them on card projects, tags, you can just, I mean, you're going to be putting them on absolutely everything. People talking about creating decorations to hang on their Christmas trees with these as well was another suggestion. Everyone's got a brilliant price and a great saving. You can get them individually if you wish. They are any 2 for $10.50 or $18. However, the best way to get the best value is to go for that whole collection. Right, Craig, what would you like to share with us next?
So what we've done, so between Wake Up Call, we've done a simple card. That first demo there, we've done a next level up card. This time what we're going to do is we're still going to use them as the wobbler, but we're going to put them on top of a box. And what we're going to do with the spring is I'm going to show you how it looks if you do it with cardstock instead of acetate. Gives you the best of both worlds. So we're going to do the reindeer. Now the reindeer, we're going to do it on a box, as I say. But what you could then do is, you were saying, Joe, any of these characters, what about doing them in the snow globe that came with Sarah's Watercolour Christmas? That would look quite smart. But then also thinking about the clear cello bags that you get, you know, that you can pop your handmade cards in so that you can sell. What about doing things where you fill it with what would class as reindeer food, you know, at Christmas time? And then you can make a little wobbler that's going to be the top seal of the cello bag.
Nice.
Kids would love that.
Yeah,
and
great
you know
idea.
What? If you do craft fairs, do that sort of thing and then sell them.
Yeah.
Sell them, you know, in the lead up to Christmas time.
Absolutely.
You could make a good penny or 2.
Connie saying these are just darling. I love that term. I wonder if these could attach to a small Christmas tree for whimsy, says Connie, sorry. What is a whimsy?
What is a whimsy? Yeah.
I wonder if these could attach to a small Christmas tree for whimsy. Oh, Connie, I'm not so sure I understand. Anyone else out there, help me out. Sarah Schaffer says, I ordered these, the entire set. There is no way I could choose between them. I think that's the thing. It's very hard to pick 2 or 4 of these. And also, when the full collection is such great value, I think it's easy to see the value in them. You're going to get a lot of crafting out of these. They're going to be that fun card that people are going to absolutely love receiving. But not just about cards, think about homemade gifts. A lot of those carton boxes that we've seen there, Craig, if you are making your own gift boxes to put things into, 1 or 2 of these on the top of there are really going to elevate it and just make it fun. I think these people are going to be really intrigued by them.
The thing with these ones, you hit the nail on the head there, Joe. They're fun. Now, of course, pretty much, well, not pretty much, everything we bring to you is fun because it's crafting. When it comes to being fun, now, when my little cousins were younger, and, you know, round about November time, you know, the kiddies that all want to give their classmates some Christmas cards. And because it was my cousins, and although they're more like brother and sister to me, I love them a bit. Even then, back in primary school, I didn't pay a fortune for the little cards, you know, that they would give to their friends at school. I always got the inexpensive ones for them to write and give to their friends. But what about letting them make them with you, but then they can give them to their friends at school? Not only would they have handwritten them, depending on their age, but they've had a hand at making them, if not made them all from scratch themselves. Lots of different level skills, you know, whether you're beginner or experienced, younger or older, everyone's going to love them and have so much fun when it comes to these.
They are, and I think there's going to be loads of people going to be able to give these to. Also, Karen says, hi Craig and Joe, my first time commenting. Hello, first time commenter Karen. I've just bought the Tri-Blend bundle and some ink pads. I'm not a stamper, but I thought I would try something different. Thank you for the inspiration, Craig.
Oh, you're very, very welcome.
Oh, Karen, where are you joining us from? I'd love to know. First time commenter Karen.
Me too. And as Joe said, we've got lots and lots and lots of footage that you can be going back on all our shows on YouTube when it comes to the tri-blend. So we'll guide you the whole way. So here
He looks very obedient, this reindeer, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He or she?
He or she. It is does look very well behaved. I think. Well,
Which one's a naughty reindeer? Is there a naughty one? Is there a mischievous one of the reindeers?
I'm thinking of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prancer, Dancer.
If you were one of the dwarfs, you were one of the 7 dwarfs, which one would you be? I'd probably be Sleepy.
I'd like to think. I don't know. You guys will let me know. I'd like to think I would be Happy.
Happy. Let us know in the comments. Erin, which one would you be? Shall I pull up the list of them for you so you can have a pick?
I think Johnny will be Dopey.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, Charlotte could be Sneezy. She's had a little bit of hay fever. She can be Sneezy. Who could be Bashful? George, you could be Bashful. Yeah, no, I don't think anyone here would be Grumpy. Well, no, I'm joking. No, I would agree with you, Erin. No, I don't think there is anyone that would be Grumpy.
Oh, so Happy, Doc. Which one's Doc?
And what is Doc?
What is Doc? Okay. Happy, Doc, Grumpy, Dopey, Bashful, Sleepy, and Sneezy. Yeah, I'm probably going to say Sleepy for me.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
Yeah, you could be Happy, Johnny can be Dopey, Charlotte can be Sneezy, George can be Bashful. So I think, Erin, you're going to have to be Doc. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good one.
There you go. Let us know if you think that we'd be, if you don't agree with us. Our social media superstar for today, who is, I always struggle to find out who it is. It's right at the top. It's Rachel, the lovely Rachel. She said she'd be Dopey. There you go.
Just to say as well, now I know she's not on our social media just now, but we've got a new girl that's helping, Caitlin. She was on Wake Up Call. She done a really good job helping us out.
She did a fantastic job,
Really
as all of our social
job.
media superstars do.
Get comments and that's quick, because sometimes, I really only look at the comments during Wake Up Call. You, Joan and Ben, you do, of course, all of the shows. But yeah, the team give us a little bit of a helping hand. So what we're going in, I have coloured in the wrong bit there.
I thought he had a bit of lipstick on there for a moment.
Maybe.
Thought it'd be like when a toddler gets their mum's lipstick for the first time.
Yeah, we're going for the red nose. It was the red nose I was going for.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Let's go in with a deeper tone of the brown to get rid of. See, I can't talk and colour at the same time. I just can't do it.
I don't know what's going on here.
So we're getting. Actually, it looks a bit more like Homer Simpson on that one with the reindeer, doesn't it? Yeah, dong. Let's go in.
Connie says. Connie says my oldest daughter would be grumpy, but she would also totally agree. Mary Pat says they would definitely be happy most days. There's a caveat there. Most days.
Most days. Well, I think we could all be happy in here as well. Happy as Larry.
Who is Larry?
Happy as Larry. Is it a Scottish saying?
I think so. Yeah. Happy as Larry.
Happy as Larry.
Larry's a good Scottish name, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. He is. It's nice. I don't know where the saying comes from, but happy as Larry.
I love that they're all keeping nice and warm, a lot of these characters as well. I do worry that they get cold.
North Pole.
Especially when they're in the mail, but they're not going to. They've all got their cute little scarves. They're all wrapped up. And they all look quite jolly as well, which is nice. It's a very uplifting collection, this, isn't it?
Well, you don't want a pack of grumpy reindeers or elves or Santas, do you? I'm sure they'll have their off days.
I guess so.
Sure they'll have their off days. So finishing this one off. And what I like about these ones as well is, yes, they're easy to colour, but they're not overly time consuming to colour either, Joe. They're a nice little size. You can still do bits of blending and shading. So we're going to go in. I'm pretty happy with that. What I'll do is, well, just as we finish this bit, I will tell you the colours that I've used from my tri-blends. So let's blend that one out. And then what I'm going to do as well, although I didn't do it within the robin, what I always like to do, even when it is going to be die cut, going in with my ice grey too, and I'm going to go around. And what happens with all of our stamping dies, you get a fine white border, and that sometimes works a treat. You know, sometimes many of you like that little white border, but if you don't, and you don't want to do any fussy cutting by trimming away, what happens is once we've die cut this, if it does leave a white border, well, what will happen instead is it will leave a grey border. So it just makes it just rounds off the image that little bit more. So we can see we've now got our reindeer here. So let's go in and let's do some cutting. So this was on Nina cardstock that we've coloured our reindeer in. I'm going to make that a bit smaller simply because it'll go through our mini. And what I'm also going to do on this bit, that was Nina. This is our white smooth stamping card, which is 300 GSM. So if you're going to cut the spring in cardstock, I would highly recommend our cardstock that's around about 300.
Okay.
So whether it's the white, craft card, black, as long as it's about 300, you're going to get a really strong spring. So then we can go in with the reindeer, we can go in with the spring. We're going to then secure them, and then we will pop them through our Gemini Mini.
Awesome. Getting busy on these, Craig. A lot of people absolutely loving them. I think they're so different to anything we've really bought you before, a completely different concept. Karen, first time commenter, Karen's got back to me, Craig. She's in Warsop, Mansfield in Nottingham. She's been crafting for many years. I'm more of a pretty card maker, but since Crafter's Companion, I've gone out of my comfort zone. Ooh,
that's really
we
nice.
love it, people getting out of their crafty comfort zone, don't we, Craig?
We do. And I think that's how it speaks volumes when I've got my style. The two Debbies have got theirs. Jan's got hers. Fiona's got hers. We've all got different styles that so many of you love. Some of you take hints from my styles and put them together with hints of Debbie's styles. Lots of different styles that you can bring together. And if it's going to take you out your comfort zone, that is a good thing. We'll all need it now and again. That's like me as well. Because I do have my favourite kind of style, but it's nice to experiment a little bit and get out that comfort zone. So we've die cut our reindeer and we've die cut our spiral within our white cardstock. So nothing different than what it would look like if it was acetate. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set that out the side for the moment, and we're going to decorate our box. So box base, box lid. These are 7 by 7, and I've scored it 1 inch all the way round for the lid and for the base. Still using some of Santa's Kitchen background paper. We're going to do some layering up, and on the lid I'm going to put these banners all together, then we can come and assemble the last bit of our reindeer.
Very, very busy. Loads of you watching today. I don't know what's going on. Do you think everyone's had the day off work today, Erin?
I'm beginning to wonder.
Like everyone's just taking the day off. Maybe just taking a casual Thursday off. I love like a cheeky midweek day off. You know, like right in the middle of the week, just for no good reason. Just take a little day off. It's beautiful. Colette says, maybe I missed this answer. Can you cut the spring from acetate? Yes, that's exactly what Craig has been doing up until this point right now. So that is actually probably the way they've been designed to work, isn't it, Craig?
Yeah, they've probably been designed by obviously the team to use acetate. But what you will find as a crafter like me, you will find whether you prefer to use acetate or you prefer to use cardstock. Me, I actually prefer to use the cardstock. You'll see why in a moment, but it's purely personal choice. But the little tip sheet that you get within each packaging does explain how to do it with your acetate.
Excellent. Is that the lid by any chance?
It is, yeah.
Ah, I don't know, I guessed.
Yeah. What gave it away, Joe?
I'm not sure. Subliminal
sure.
messaging.
It is the lid. It is the lid. Actually, it's the base.
Is it?
No.
No.
So before we assemble this lid bit, let's go in. So as I say, Santa's Kitchen, and then all of the cardstock that I'm using is from our 12 by 12 textured cardstock ranges. So we can pop that one in. So I'm going to assemble these ones before I assemble the lid. So let's go into here. So we can then press that in. Now I'm going to go around, bringing in our box. And then what I'm even going to do is I've got another piece of the pattern paper, and that's actually going to sit nicely.
I love this candy stripe.
It's nice, isn't it? Instantly shouts Christmas, doesn't it?
Screams it.
It screams it, it does. Hollers it. Hollers Christmas.
I really burst into song there. For a split second, and I remembered where I was and stopped myself.
What were you waiting to sing though?
It was actually Secret Love from Oliver.
Oh.
But a particular part. Anyway, moving
Wasn't
on.
what I thought.
Rhonda says, we need to make up dwarf names for all the presenters, like Craig could be Scotty and maybe John could be Hunky. There you go. He's here
Why
today.
can't I be?
Why can't you be? You're Hottie. What more do you want?
I want to be hunky.
But you're the Hottie Scotty. That's how it goes.
That's all right.
I wonder what I
I
would
could be the
wait.
haughty hunky
At
Scotty.
least you got on the list. I wasn't even on it.
Awkward. Who was that said that?
Rhonda.
Just wait another minute or two. We'll see Rhonda backtracking in a second.
Is it Rhonda that's the leader of the Gutter Girls, as they call themselves, over on in the comments?
Maybe.
I think she's the ringleader. Yes. There's some very, very interesting conversations go down in the comments, Craig.
Some fun ones. I know,
Yeah.
I do. Every now and again, when possible, after a show or that, certainly on Wake Up Call, when I've got the comments in front of me, I try and go back and have a look and see if there's any odd little bit that I've missed as well. And yeah, some interesting conversations every now and
Oh yeah,
again.
no, Rhonda is she is the leader of the Gutter Girls, self-proclaimed leader. Susie T told me I was a gutter girl at heart the other day as well. I can be in their club apparently. Yes, that's why we have social media superstars. You see, Craig. It's they filter out any of the comments that we're not allowed to read out. You see, stops me getting in trouble like I used to.
Because let's face it, we would read them out.
Oh, well, you know me, no filter,
Yeah.
no filter whatsoever.
Right, now I'm going to go in with the cardstock on this one here. So as I explained within the Robin, if you're going to use acetate, I would highly recommend using your red liner tape. If you're going to use cardstock, I would highly recommend the tacky glue. So what I'm going to do is let's turn our reindeer over. So in that very centre point of the swirl that we can see into here, I'm going to put a little dot of our tacky glue. And then what I can do is I can position that one into the back, and I'm going to press, and we're going to hold it for a few seconds for the tacky glue to grab, and then I'm going to pull it up slightly. I'm not going to be over strenuous by pulling the cardstock, because you will find that the cardstock will actually stay formed a lot easier and a lot quicker than acetate will. So I'm happy with that now. Then what I'm going to do, so now that I've attached that base, take that excess bit off, on the end of the swirl, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of tacky glue again, and then I'm going to pop it into position so we can press. And what I'm also going to do, to make sure it's nice and secure, I'm going to pop my finger, let's move it back into place. Let's pop my finger underneath, and then we're going to press. I want to make sure that adhesive grabs. The other thing that's quite key to do if you're using tacky glue, even though you use a little bit, what will happen sometimes is the glue can spread out. So what to do, similar to what I've done with the red liner, make sure, because you can see here, it's slightly spread where it's sticking very slightly. So make sure it's only sticking to where it needs, and then we can press it back into place, and then we can lift, and see how that's got much more of a spring in action with the cardstock than the acetate. And that's not a negative thing on the acetate. Acetate is going to give you that subtle wobble, whereas cardstock, because of the fibrous cardstock, 300 GSM, gives you more of a flexible wobble because it's more stand out that you can see, retains its shape more than the acetate will.
What sort of wobble are you after, I guess, is the question.
Exactly. Do you want a subtle wobble or do you want a powerful wobble? The wobbly choice is yours. So I'm going to tuck this one. This Sending Christmas Wishes and Reindeer Kisses, one of the sentiments that's part of the reindeer stamp set. I've got To a Dear Friend, also part of the stamp set. And when it comes to all the sentiments, I have pre-stamped these ones, Joe, because I know that at home, you'd rather see me stamp colour and assemble a wobble than stamp a sentiment. So, but they are all included. And then to finish off, let's go in with a couple of red gems. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. We can then add them 1, 2, and then 3. So this can then have maybe a little gift inside, or maybe it might be a little packet of the reindeer food that you like to make and then take outside for the reindeers on Christmas Eve. But if I show you that way, we've got more of an easier wobble. And then if I turn it around so you can see again, so we've got that wobble. So if I go back and forwards, see how you've got even more of a wobble when it comes to the cardstock. So have a play. Within the bundle, you get the acetate anyway. Should you choose to use cardstock like I do, you could be using that acetate in so many different ways. The acetate that you've got there, you can foil onto it with your foil press, so it's certainly not going to go to waste. Could be the backs of cards, shaker cards, all of that way. Personal choice, acetate or cardstock. You'll have your own one, but either way, you get credible wobbles with both of them.
Absolutely, all the wibble wobbles you need. Let me run you back through what you're getting then, because I'll show you an example of each of them here. And again, the great thing is, you know, you're going to be able to bring these. I think you could use these in conjunction with other things that you already have, Craig. So maybe you've gone for a 'Twas the Night Christmas collection. You could use a wobbler on there. If you've got even the gnomes, I think some of these wobblers would work beautifully in conjunction with that. It's great that you can use them as a sort of concept on their own, or what you can do is you can use them to enhance the collections that you already have. But I love that you've got this wonderful wobbling element on them. So that's your snowman. Then you've got your reindeer. Oh, he's getting himself in a right old wobble there, isn't he? This one, which is beautiful. Then you've got this cheeky chappy here. I absolutely love this project that's been done just here. You've got that elf on there. He's look at him wobbling away, having a lovely time. You've got the wonderful penguin in here too. And again, you can see there the way it's just attached on that acetate strip there at the back. Gives it all of that fantastic movement. This one's great, and again, quite classic and simple, some of these, but I just love the look and feel that you get from them. You've got the, definitely not an owl, definitely is a robin, just here as well, a little wobbly robin. And you've also got the gingerbread in here. I love that they're all kind of quite classic Christmas. And they're all definitely of a theme. You could absolutely use multiples of these on the same card or project if you wanted to. Remember what you're getting though, all of them for that fantastic price, $39.99 or $69.95. Not just that, you're also going to get the acetate in there, which is perfect for allowing you to create that wobbler mechanism too. It platinums down to $31.99 or $55.96, which is an absolutely excellent price. No matter where you are in Club Inspire, everyone getting some sort of discount. Don't forget as well about the bonus points event that we've got running at the moment too. So if you are spending £50, dollars or euros, you will get an extra 75 points. Spend 75, you get an extra 100, or spend 100, get an extra 150 points. If you're eyeing the next level in the club, this might be the event that does it for you. Now, I need to go that away because there is something fabulous I need to tell you about. It's a flash deal for you on our incredible tri-blend markers. Now, these are literally iconic markers. It's the original tri-blend with the bullet nib on there too. Remember, 3 different shades of the same colour in each piece. Each piece contains 3 pens. So you've got, what, 126 pens here within this collection, and you're getting them in their 6-pack project collections, which is great because it sort of gives you a clear idea of what pens are going to work together also. So you've got floral blends, portrait blends, natural blends, exotic blends, vintage blends, jewel shades, and woodland shades as well. A really good vast array of colours that are going to enable you to do a whole host of different style projects. Now, we've got the Sarah buddy bag available for you on the show as well. The Totally Tiffany buddy bags are so popular whenever we bring them to you. There is a great buddy bag bundle coming up in tonight's cartload as well. 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. on the East Coast. Now, the Sarah is great because it's got these side flaps on the side as well as the front flap, so it means that nothing's going to come falling out of here, which is brilliant. The other great thing about it too is that it's got this kind of, I'm sure if you can see, but it's got basically like a stadium stepper in the bottom, so it means that they are all on different levels, so it's really easy to get out of here whichever pen it is that you need. I think this is particularly great if you are going on a little staycation, maybe you're going on a trip, a train trip or something like that, and you want to take the colours that you need for a specific project with you. This is going to enable you to take a selection of these with you perfectly, and the side flaps are excellent because then that stops anything falling out the side. It's got the handle on there, and of course we'll go into the lowest toe as all of the buddy bags will. So you can go for that one, or maybe you're looking for a way to store all of your markers. You'll get all of these ones will go into, because it's a 48 carry case for you with the markers. So what you've got in here is this awesome case. Now, let me show it to you this way. So this is how they all sit. However, you can also undo this and it opens up for you as well. Have you got yours filled over there, Craig?
I do indeed.
Craig's got one full, which will give you a better idea of what that looks like once you've got it at home and got your pens in it.
So we've got on this one here the 48. So what I've got, so I've actually, for the show, I've taken mine out because you've actually got it Velcroed. So this is how it would be. So let's stick it the right way. So you've got it where they can all sit inside, nicely held together, that you can see here, really strong Velcro. But then what you can do is you can see you can open it up, so you can flick them and flip them. You can then maybe pop some of your cardstock in the middle. Maybe you want to do some of your ink pads that you could pop into the side. But then what I do is we've got our studio set here, but it's become a habit that I start to bring my own one in, hence why I've got my name on it. But what I do, and this shows a prime example, because you've got the Velcro within the middle, what I do is I take it out and then I sit it just in front of me, and then I know it's there the whole time. I don't have the full case of it, but it sits nicely. I can flip it over and flick it over. You can see here, nicely compact with all of them there. It's just a really handy one just to have.
Yeah, excellent. Really is fantastic, and you can grab that right now. It's got a 20% saving on there for you too, which is excellent. This show, of course, though, focusing mostly on the Wobblers. They are brand new today. It's why we're bringing this to you as a launch day. First time you've seen these here on Crafters TV, your first opportunity to get your hands on them, and boy, oh boy, get your hands on them you are. It is incredibly busy now over on the website for these. Remember, that price is getting you all 8 of those brand new stamp and die sets. It's also getting you the acetate as well. You can go for them individually or on a multi-buy, which is any 2 of them for $10, $50 or $18, but pretty much everyone going for the full collection. I think everyone's seeing now that craftability that you've got in here, the fact that you're going to be adding these to so many different crafty projects this Christmas. I'm even seeing things like home decor, box frames, you know, even things like name plaques or door signs with these on, I think would look incredible. There's so many different ways that you can use them, and they are very, very simple to use and put together. Also, because you've got the wobbler mechanism in here, think about bringing in other things that you might have, other stamps and dies that you might want to attach that wobbler mechanism to. So really getting the most amount of craftability for your pennies and cents. Very, very busy now on these ones. What would you like to take us through next, Craig?
Right. So we're going to go with the penguin, but we're not necessarily going to do it as a wobbler. I thought, let's do a penny slider to show you how you can use them with the penny sliders. So what we're going to do to start with, let's focus on the penguin to start with. So we'll do the cutting and the colouring. So what we can do is we can go in with the penguin, and same way as we would do with the other demos so far, I'm going to go in with my cardstock, going in with my Nina once again, and we're going to go in. What's really good with them as well is even the sentiments, Joe, they're nice and diddy little sentiments. They're not overly large. Yeah. You know, sometimes you just want a little one just to subtly have on your card or your project. So they're nice and compact together. So let's go back in with our penguin. Let's pop him or her within the middle. Once again, I'm going to use my black, and this is our alcohol proof because we're going to use our tri-blends again. So let's go in, let's give it a really good press. So what we can do is press that into place. Got a little penguin with a little foot in the air, it's doing a little bit of dancing. Who doesn't love a bit of dancing at Christmas? Well, I do dance at Christmas. I'm not saying that I'm good at it, but I do dance. I try. So we're going to go in with, let's go in with my tri-blends here. So I'm going to go in with my Ice Grey. I'm going to go in with my Hydrangea. I'm going to go in with my Jade Green. You can tell that I'm in a Jade Green kind of mood the last couple of weeks. And let's go in with Burnt Orange as well. So that is the 4 that we're going to use for this one. So let's go in now, let's bring in piece of card. What I didn't say beforehand as well, when it comes to your alcohol markers, such as your tri-blends, what to do is pop a piece of cardstock underneath. What that does is the ink, the alcohol ink, it will start to bleed through. Believe it or not, you do want that to happen. But if you do it onto non-porous surface, what happens is the ink will bleed through, it will start to sit on your glass mat or your craft mat, whatever you're using, and it can seep back into the image, and then that's when you get those blurry lines. So by doing it onto cardstock, what it means, if it does bleed through, it bleeds through into the porous surface. This is the layer that sucks up any of the excess ink, and it's not going to bounce back into your image. That's going to give you a nice, crisp, clean, coloured image as well.
Excellent.
So let's go in with, I'm not actually up.
What's your go-to signature dance move at Christmas then, Craig?
Oh, the Mr. Bean.
Do you remember when Gangnam Style was a thing?
Yeah.
That was always my go-to.
That
for
was
about
yours.
2 years. Oh yeah, bouncing around all over the place. Loved it. I think what's the Mr. Bean
I knew I
one?
walked into that. I knew I was walking into that one.
I would do Gangnam Style for you, but I've got a bit of a sore leg at the moment, so I obviously can't do it. Sorry, I know I'd love to.
I would do the Mr. Bean, but I've got a sore headline.
A what?
In my hair.
A sore headline?
Headline.
What's a headline?
Like parting line. It's
Oh,
sore, so
is
I can't
it?
do it.
Oh, I've never heard that term before.
I'm going it. Have you ever seen the episode of Mr. Bean where he's in the nightclub?
No.
Have you not seen that one?
No, I think you should demonstrate it for us.
Right, let me just do this dot here. So yeah, in the nightclub. And so here's Mr.
So
Bean.
here we go. He got like a penguin.
That's what I'm like.
That's what he does. That's what you do.
And I'm
Love
telling
that.
you, when I've had just a couple of gins, I think I look great.
Do you? I think you look great without a couple of gins, to be honest. So,
Well, oh dear. What I'm actually doing, Joe, is I'm going to change the colour slightly for this penguin. So we're going in with the Jade Green.
George has rightly pointed out how
Yeah, no
amazing
way.
would it be if someone tuned in just at that point as you started doing that dance. Zero context whatsoever. Brigitte is saying you could be hunky-dorable rather than hunky. You could be hunky-dorable. Sue wants to know why tacky glue on the cardstock but red liner on the acetate.
Because your tacky glue will then dry into the fibres of your cardstock, whereas the tacky glue, it will dry onto acetate, but it takes quite a long time.
Okay.
So therefore, red liner tape for your acetate, that way it's instant and it's strong and it's robust, whereas tacky glue, at least it's going to dry into the fibres, and therefore for the cardstock, it's going to make it strong, extra tough and robust as well.
Okie doke. I hope that answers your question, Sue. Connie says the deer on the box is so sweet, especially with the candy stripe. Debbie saying would a little red gemstone be too heavy to go on the nose for the reindeer, or would that be all right? Would it still wobble even with a gem on there?
Not at all. That would work an absolute treat as well.
Excellent.
Yeah, that would work really well.
Kay saying good morning from California.
Good morning.
My GD, Morgan, and I are enjoying watching Craig and Joe and are loving the Wobblers. GD, Grandad?
JD, Grandad,
Grandad
yeah.
must be, yeah. Karen says, just a question. Do you have to store your tri-blends flat so the ink flows evenly? And do you have to do the same with the aqua markers? Great question there from Karen.
That's a really, really good question. It's something actually we get asked quite a lot, and there's a reason why our ink pad trays or our pen trays are, I always get them, what one's horizontal and vertical.
I always get confused with that.
Yeah, I know, I do as well. So our trays for our pens are horizontal, and that's for a reason, so that all your pens, classiques, your tri-blends, aqua pens, sparkle pens, anything like that, you set them straight. Therefore, what will happen is the ink will sit evenly. If you, for instance, store them upright, now the tri-blends, we've got 3 ink chambers. So let's say, for instance, it's a classic pen. What's going to happen if you turn them upright, all the ink is going to flow and flood to the bottom end because of gravity. That's going to happen with alcohol pens, sparkle pens. So always store them that way, then that way you get that nice even distribution of ink. What we would say, if your pen is starting to run out of ink, then store it that way. Then you're going to get that last remaining ink pulled down. It's going to last that little bit longer. Ink pads the same, store horizontally. If you find they're starting to dry out, then tip them upside down and store them that way. That's going to pull the ink. But everything, pens, pads, everything, store them horizontally.
Granddaughter. You can see why I said granddad though, nearly.
Yeah, I would have thought granddad, yeah. I would have.
Horizontal, think horizon, says Terry Lee.
That's a good way of thinking of it.
It's a good way to remember it.
But you see, I always have to still think of my left and my right as I go and say it. Left, right. I visually see my hands going left, right. So I do a little dance.
A couple of my friends still always get it wrong, left and right. And they're like, left,
L.
the other left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you hold your left hand in front of you, it says L.
L, it does, doesn't it? Ah. I'll maybe start doing that one now in future. It's a good way to remember, isn't it?
It is indeed. If your horizon is vertical, you're in big trouble, says Anne Kalanauskas.
That's very true, yeah. Very true.
Absolutely. Definitely had a couple of gins at that point.
I know, yeah. Be seeing things vertical, horizontally. Basically the wrong way.
I think I'd quite like one of these scarves that this little penguin's wearing. He
Nice
looks
and
very
spotty.
chic. Very chic.
Very chic, isn't it? I need to finish off with the bottom of the scarf. So what I've done so far is I have used jade green and dark red for the scarf. Then for its little feet, I've used the gold yellow blend. And now for the remaining part of the penguin, what we're going to do is we're going to use our ice grey shades for this one. And we're going to go in. And you know, by all means, you could use a black, but then what will happen is you will then start to distort the lines of the penguins, and you wouldn't necessarily see it. Whereas using the ice grey, as it dries out, and then as the alcohol evaporates, what will happen is you'll start to see the accent lines of the penguins underneath as well. So we can go in. So I'm going to go round the penguin here. Now for the outside, I'm only going to go into the light shade of it. I'm not going to do any blending, so we can work our way around. Really are such a fun collection to colour, Joe. I've had a blast. So what we can do then is we can go in to there.
Gosh, I was slipping into a colouring coma there, Craig.
You were.
I'm not even doing the
You're not even
colouring.
doing
Yeah, I was transfixed there for a moment.
I know, it's very, very relaxing.
He's
what
adorable.
can then
She's
do-
adorable.
He
They're
or she,
adorable. I wonder what they would be called. Percy?
Percy the penguin?
Pingu? I think that might be trademarked.
Yeah.
But we can go over it anyway.
Sorry, did I say that loud?
Patricia? Patrick?
What was Pingu? It was
Percival?
Was it German?
Sorry?
Was Pingu German?
I don't know.
Or-
I'm not
it was-
sure he
it was
spoke
a
any
diff-
sort of
Yeah.
distinguishable language, really, did they? I'm not sure.
Oh, I thought it was. Who knows? We'll find out. I'll ask Google later on. Right, let's do pretty much that's our penguin. So what we can do is let's go into the ice grey. And this is where anything white, I've explained this a few times over recent days and weeks. What we've done is where it's going to be white, instead of leaving it white, to give it more of a roundness look, I'm going to go into the ice grey blend and I'm going to go with IG2, and then I'm going to do a few dots, and I'm going to do a few dots around the top of its hat. So not colouring in, just a few dots, and then I'm going to do the same around the left hand side, and then I'm going to do a few underneath the scarf, down here, let's do a few there as well, and then I'm really chuffed with that, really chuffed with that
So
one.
cute. Pingu is Swiss apparently.
Swiss. I knew it was an actual country or that it was from, where he was from, she was from. So let's start to assemble this, and we will use the penny slider, which was from the Over the Moon, which is the Spaceman, so we'll use that, workers. Very quickly, ice grey blend, ice grey shades, gold yellow, dark red, and jade green is what we've used there with our penguin. So we can go in, and then we can then start to die cut it. And then what we can do is secure this one. And then I think for this one, when we come to assemble it, Joe, we might, oh, didn't feel to stick that one down, did I? Let's glue that again. I'm going to see, because when I had a play with this the other day, I used this as the penny slider in the basic penny slider format.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, no reason why we couldn't attach one of these to the penny, so it's going to spin and wobble at the same time. Do you know what? Let's give it a shot and see.
I'm very sceptical. If you'd
Let's
seen my
give it-
face.
Yeah, I did see your
I was
face
like-
there. It's like he's not said that live, has he?
I just don't know if it will have like the centrifugal force to turn the back bit if it's wobbly on the front, because it will just sort of dangle rather than spin. Do you know what I mean? I mean, we're going to find out. I could be wrong. It's
never
happened before
know.
many times.
It's not often that you're wrong. So we've got these.
Connie says, my grandson used to have an imaginary pet penguin named Steve who lived in Arizona. Where did you live in Arizona as well at the same time though, Connie? Because if you lived in like Florida and Steve the pet penguin lived in Arizona, who was looking after him? That's what I want to know. Let me know.
Let us know indeed. I'm going to go in the smaller one. Did you have an imaginary friend?
No. Do you ever remember the film Drop Dead Fred? Love that film so much.
I've never seen it.
Never seen it?
That's everyone's reaction when I
With
say I've
Rick
never
Mayall
seen
in
it.
it. Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's the best thing. I can't remember what he calls her, and I can't remember if it's. But there's probably. I think it's quite. Not sure how PG it is. My cousin used to let us watch it when we were like 8, and I think yeah, it was. It's excellent. Was it? Yeah, it was just fantastic. It's a
Yeah.
great film. You should definitely watch it.
Maybe need to give that a shot then for sure. But yeah, that's everyone's reaction when they talk about it and I say, oh, I've never seen it. They're
Oh,
like,
such a
"What?"
great film.
Righty-o, so.
Did you guys in the gallery have imaginary friends when you were children? No? A cow? Wow. How have we worked together this long and we didn't know that Erin had a cow named Edgar who was an imaginary friend when she was growing up? I love it. What sort of adventures did you and Edgar used to go on? Was it she or he like a particular kind of cow, like a Frisian or any of the other ones? He was a black and white milking cow, so it didn't make a lot of sense apparently, because obviously that would make Edgar a lady. There we go. Amazing.
The things
I mean, you
learn.
think you know someone, Craig, and then boom, they drop that kind of info on you. I love it.
Bombshell. Bombshell. Sticking this one down. This card blank, 7x7. Now I've created it myself. 2 layers of our white stamping card at 7x7, and then on one of them I've scored at 1/2 inch. That then gives me my card blank. Our lilac layer I have done to 6x6, and then we're going to go in with our stamping card that we've created this circle. I should have cut that slightly smaller, so let's trim that.
Connie says, my grandson and I both actually live in Indiana. Steve, the pet penguin named Steve lived in Arizona, but it was fine because her grandson fed him in his imagination, therefore he wasn't going hungry in Arizona.
Oh,
Makes
that's
total
good.
sense.
Perfect
Love
sense,
that.
doesn't it? perfect sense indeed. At least they're eating, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Got to eat.
Oh, what do penguins eat?
What do they
Fish.
eat? Fish?
Little fish, I reckon, yeah. Carol says, years ago, my friend's little boy went to Edinburgh Zoo on a school trip. On the journey home, he wouldn't be parted from his coat, which he'd bundled in his arms. Turns out he'd pinched a penguin from the zoo.
No way. Really?
I am shooketh. How'd you get the penguin
How?
out of the thing? So many questions here.
How'd you sneak
Like,
it back?
they pinched a penguin from the zoo, like a cuddly toy penguin from the gift shop, or like an actual alive penguin. Oh, Carol, there's so many questions, so many blanks that need filling. Please let us know.
Please, please, please say it was a real penguin. Not that we condone it, but
No, I don't think we.
brilliant.
No, please say it wasn't a poor. Imagine the poor penguin.
Oh yeah, there's that side of it.
You think it would have made a lot of noise as well? What noise do penguins make?
A bit squawking, is it not?
That sort of noise, I'm guessing.
A little bit of squawking. So we're bringing this together. So my card layer ended up being 5.5 by 5.5, so that can sit nicely in the middle. And then within that centre bit, Joe, I've added foam pads yet again. So we can bring in our penguin. I'm going to bring in a couple of pennies. Might actually only use one. Let's have a bit of play and see. And then what I'm also doing, we're now going to go back into our penny slider concept where we need a little foam pad where we cut it in a bit of a circle. So taking a small square one, and always remember, whatever penny slider card you're doing or whatever character you're using, your foam pad disc always needs to be slightly smaller than the aperture layer within the middle, so it's got manoeuvrability all the way around, so I'm quite happy with that one.
Annie asked if maybe Erin and Edgar went to the movies together. She said yes, they went many times.
Good one.
That's funny, Annie.
That is a good one. I
That's
like
good.
that. So here we go. Let's find the end here. So let's take a little bit off. So on our penny, I'm going to use my red liner tape. What have I done with my pokey tool? There it is here. So let's go in. So with penny sliders in the penny, you can use your all-purpose or your glue gel.
Was an actual live penguin, apparently.
It
He'd
was.
reached over, I picked it up, and managed to put it in his coat.
He's
As you
my
can imagine,
hero.
there was an almighty hoo-ha. Can you imagine? Turn this bus around. We've got to get this penguin back to the zoo.
Oopsie. Oopsie-daisy.
Yeah, we can't condone
No,
that.
I can't.
Apparently, penguins are extremely friendly and they will do anything for a treat. Once you've fed them, they follow you. I'm the same, honestly.
You
I'm
are?
exactly the same. Give me snacks. I would be a penguin, yeah. Bit cold. I don't like the cold, though, as anything, so maybe I wouldn't be a penguin. Maybe I'd be like a domesticated penguin. There you go.
Is that why you're always huddling into me because you're cold?
Yeah, always.
If you're not
I'm
following
always
me for
cold.
food, you're huddling into me.
Exactly, and Craig's all about the snack game. We all know that. He's always got great snacks.
I try to. So here we go. So popping my penny in. I want to make sure that my circle is pretty spot on. So it's going to move. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this one in here. So just to go over that very quickly. If you want to know which one I'm using, it's the Over the Moon that I'm using from the penny slider, but you could use any of the other ones if you've got them, Joe. It doesn't have to just be the penny slider. Now, do you know what I am going to do? I'm going to go for it, Joe. I'm going to give it a shot. So let's pop that one in to there. So I need to take that back and off here. So let's take that one here and then peel that back and off. Let's get a hold of it, there. So popping my penny in, now make sure that it does go round, which it does, fabulous.
Amazing.
So what I'm going to do then is let's go in, I'm going to take, because there's a lot of red liner tape there, which I don't want, because I'm going to pop my little twirly bit on. So although I say with your cardstock to use your tacky glue, of course, because we're going on to a penny, I'm going to use my red liner tape because I want to make sure it's an instant stick. So let's pop one bit into the middle. So if I pop a little bit into the middle there, I'm then going to peel that off. We can pop that into our penguin. I'm going to press that in, and then what we can do is let's come in with another piece, and then that can go on the end of our spiral. So if I pop it into there, and then what I'm going to do is let's take that back off, and I've got it where I want. So I'm going to tilt it up towards me so you'll still see, and I want to make sure that I've got it within my penny, and then I'm going to press, and then if I make sure, as I've done before, let's give a good press to make sure.
Oh, well, I never.
Look at that.
Boom.
So it's wobbling.
It's a wobbly slider.
turning. It's a wobbly slider, working all the way. Maybe a little bit of ice skating if you want. Lots of different fun ways. Now, for this one, because I'm trying it out, although I tried it out the other day, but without adding that little spiral, I'm glad I've done that there because it shows that it works. I've not got a lot of decoration for it, but do you know what? What I'm going to do is let's pop a couple of gems in to give it a little bit of decoration. You do have your sentiments. I'm not going to do any more to this one because this was more of a concept to show how it works with the penny slider, because we've still got other demos that we want to show you. So let's bring this one in. But if you've got the full penny slider, the one with the rabbit where it's a little bit of a zigzag, can you imagine maybe the reindeer on that one?
Oh, perfect.
Or you can maybe get that aspect of it. But then what I'm going to do, let's go round. And then there we go.
Love that.
Look at that one. So that could be pattern paper, that could be embossed paper if you want to. But you can see Eve. Oh, look at that.
Look at him go.
Look at him go. Spit. No, I can't sing anymore, can I? There you go. There we are, spinning around. Get out of my way. There you go. Oh, look at that. Oh, I got too eager there, didn't I? Too eager on that one.
Dear.
Let's fix it.
Right.
There we go.
Yes, don't be too overzealous with it, Craig. Yes, very, very busy on this. Lots of you still chatting away. Kay says, as soon as I saw the Wobbler collection, I thought it'd be great to make slider cards with them. They are stinking cute. Susan says, that settles it. The penguin's name is Joe, as penguins and Joe will follow anyone for food. That's it, settled. And Suzette says, just ordered my complete Wobbler collection. Let me take you back through these. I wouldn't want you to throw a Wobbler because you've missed them, and that's what's going to happen if you don't snap them up. Very soon. It is very, very busy on these. Remember what you're getting in here. So you're getting the gingerbread man or person firstly, and then you get all your different sentiments in here, as well as the wobbler mechanism and the die to cut out the actual shape stamp, focal stamp there. Gingerbread, wishes and kisses. Peace, love and sweets, this one says here. Goody gumdrops is another one of the ones. I love this very obedient little reindeer here. It's so, so cute. Things like merry and bright, to a dear friend, just some of the sentiments you'll get included there. Mrs. Claus, who Craig says reminds him of someone, but he hasn't yet informed me who, says, have a sweet Christmas from our home to yours as well. It's just some of the sentiments that you've got in there. The next one we've got here is the elf. This one just here. I was saying you still haven't told me who Mrs. Claus reminds you of. The elf is in here. It says, oh, what fun. A jolly hello. You're a friend like no one elf. When we also have that cute snowman in there. The snowman looks a bit mischievous to me. I'm not sure why. Looks like, he may be plotting with some of the other snowmen. I'm not sure what for. We've got Santa in here as well. Love from Santa. Have a jolly time. Merry Christmas to all, being your sentiments in that one. Then you've got the penguin as well. And this one says, hope your day is a flurry of fun. And wobble I do without you. I love that one. Then you've got your Robin in here, of course, as well. And with this one, you've got winter wishes. Have a lovely Christmas and season's greetings. Now you get all of them included there for that price. What you're also getting in there, don't forget, is the acetate as well, which is going to really help you when it comes to popping or creating that mechanism that you've got in here as well. Now, a brilliant bundle for you on our tape pens, because it's a 6-piece collection. Now, what you're going to get in here is you're going to get 3 of the Dotty and 3 of the all-purpose. So you buy 2 get 1 free on the Dotty, and you buy 2 get 1 free on the all-purpose, saving you over 30%, which is brilliant. Less than £15, just over $20 for Club Inspire Platinum members if you want to snap those up. Remember as well, the straight one here, so strong. It really is a permanent adhesive that you've got in there, and you get 22 meters in each of those, which I think is brilliant. Don't forget also, this isn't the only show coming your way today. We've got an incredible cartload coming up a little bit later. As you can see, 7 p.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. for you guys over on the West Coast. And then tomorrow, we've even got a cartload coming your way as well. Debbie is a stand-in host for, Debbie Fisher will be hosting. Craig enjoying a long weekend. Cartload's really exciting tonight as well. We've got mystery bundles there for you. There's a great deal on the staycation. There's a lot of lowest ever prices for you as well within that cartload. So make sure you join myself and Craig for that. It's going to be fast. It's going to be furious. It is going to be fun as well. It's getting busier and busier over on the website right now. I'm going to give you another opportunity to check out your baskets. Whilst you do that, here's how to watch.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
No better time to start collecting those Club Inspire points as well, remember, because of course we have got that Club Inspire incentive when it comes to the points as well, remember. So spend 50, get 75, spend 75, get 100, spend 100, get 150 bonus points. That's on top of the points that you'd already receive, of course. When you spend £1 or $1, you'll receive a point for that as well. So a great opportunity if you're maybe looking or spying the next level in the club. Maybe you're a bronze, you want to be silver approaching gold. This will help to get you there. Lots of you letting me know that you've ordered yours as well. Suzette, Kathy, Beth, all getting their orders in there and confirmed as well. Do you think, Craig, we can squeeze one more demo in before we do the card of the show?
I think so. I hope so.
Let's do it.
I think this will be a good one. So we're showing you multiple ways, small cards, concept cards, box, penny sliders. So what I'm going to do is let's show you how you can do a big card with them. And we're going to be using the elf. And what we're going to do is I'm going to stamp, cut and colour one of them. But I've actually already done another 3 and you'll see in a moment, coloured them in different ways, so you can actually make it look as though they're 3 completely different elves, different personalities. So going in, Nina cardstock, alcohol proof, ink pad, and we're going to go in with our tri-blends.
Which colour ink pad is this one, Craig?
Still the black. Still the black, noir
the black one.
Yeah.
So you've got a 4-piece collection there where you get noir black, rustic brown, flagstone, and pebble available to you as well. And that's all 4 colours, isn't it, Craig? There are no others. So you've got a complete set there when it comes to our finesse alcohol proof ink pads.
It is indeed. So we can go in. Let's go in with our jade green blend. Gosh, that's a mouthful, isn't it? So let's go in and let's go at the start. And what I'll do, because of time, when I start it, I'll start off by doing some of the blending and shading so you can see how it starts to look. And then I can show you the 4 that's been done altogether.
Okie doke.
Jade green, starting with jade green. I think we'll also use, let's go in with where's my gold yellow blend? So we'll do that. So we'll move on to them just in a moment.
Amazing. Any last minute questions or comments you've got, get them into me. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are watching over on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe if you're watching over there as well. And make sure you come join us later for that Cartload show. As I said, 7 p.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. on the East Coast. Loads and loads of amazing deals coming up for you in that particular show as well. Bringing our Craig takeover to an end today.
Going to be another cracking cartload later, that's for sure. Always so fast paced. As if our other shows don't go quick enough.
I know.
Cartload just flies.
Oh, it does.
by.
It really does. And also, it's where you find a lot of the best deals because we don't have a lot of them left. So it's always worth, as you were saying in the earlier wake up call, Craig, always worth shopping ahead. So when this show ends in 20 minutes time, a great opportunity to go over there and snap any deals because a lot of them, there's always like a last chance section in the show. And lots of those end up selling out before we actually even get to go live. We've actually already lost one, and it was my favourite one as well.
What one?
The chinoiserie 12x12 was on an amazing deal there for you, but we've lost it already. So yeah, definitely snap them up whilst they are there. Valerie's first time commenting, just worked out how to do it. Lovely little Wobblers, just ordered mine. Valerie, where are you watching from? Let us know. We love it when people comment for the first time, Craig, don't we? It's lovely to get to speak to some of our viewers that maybe often watch but don't say hello. Always say hello. We love to hear from you.
It's not even just that we love to hear it. It's so good to see, the comments that you have and the way that you speak to each other and interact with each other. It's always nice. That's why I like to go back afterwards, after the show, and have a look because you get chatting with everyone. And then, I know that certainly between us at Crafters Companion, there's many of you that have become crafting friends simply by joining and watching us. And you've become real good friends. That's always lovely to hear. It's always nice. Colouring in with the feet.
You can get these. You can colour these really fast if you want to, can't you?
You can do, yeah. You can go fast. You can go as detailed when it comes to the shading. Now, sometimes, in case you wonder, so there's a couple of times if you take it out, that sometimes the wee chamber bit comes out. Like you see, it's not going to happen now. That's just because I'm not pushing the lid on far enough, which is then pushing this cap bit in.
Right.
So sometimes what will happen, let's see if it will happen there. There we go. See how sometimes that happens?
Right.
So all that you just need to do is just make sure that you've pushed it all the way in properly. I sometimes give it a helping hand with my finger or my nail, and that then just rectifies that bit. But we can go into there. Then what I would do is, I'll tell you what, let's do it. Let's go in with the Fair Skin Blend, if I can find it, which is here. So I'm going to go in with the light. I'm going to go in, so we're starting off light along the top. And once again, this is priming the cardstock, so to speak. It's giving it a nice layer of ink so that we can then come in. We're starting at the darker end now. And I'm working my way along the hairline where, because you've got the hair, you've got the hat, it's going to be a little bit darker. It's the sun's not getting to it, or the light's not getting to it. So that's why it's going to be a bit darker towards the top. Blending that out with the mid-tone. And then what I'm going to do is come down to there. No, I would spend a little bit more time, but in that little image so far, fair skin blend, gold yellow blend, and jade green blend that I've used there.
Fantastic.
And then what I would then do is pop that one all the way around. So we're going to go in. So let's pop that here. And then what I'm also going to do with this one, let's get a piece of our white smooth stamping card, because we're going to do the little wobbler within my card. So I'm going to set them to the side there, and then let's do a very quick bit of cutting. And what you're going to see in a moment, when I show you the elves, Joe, you're going to see that to create a large card, I've done 4 separate elves.
Okay.
So I'll show you them as we start to run this one through our mini. See, if I tape that down, it would be better, but let's go into there. So running it through, and then it's things like this where your mini is an absolute dream, because I'm going to set that to the side. Let's take that one out, and then what I'm going to do is let's go in again. We can go in and cut, so there's 2 of them. I can then go in and cut, that makes 3 of them. And you can be doing this, of course, with the Gemini Junior or the MIDI, and there'll be times where I do use it. But for something so small, your MIDI is an absolute dream, or your mini is even more of a dream, because you can cut them so quick. That gives me the 4 that I need here. So let's take that bit out. Let's take that one. Let's take our little elf. So it could be a girl, it could be a boy. So we've got a little elf, and then what I've done is I've coloured another one that we can see there.
Cute.
So he, she has got the red. Got another one, but he's got more of a whiter tone of skin. We've gone in for another one where he's got more of the yellows and then the greens. And then this one that I've just done there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the one I've done beforehand. So we've got the 4 of them. So let's set them to the side here. And then Santa's Kitchen, texture cardstock from our 12 by 12. I'm going to layer it up. 7.5 inches, 7 3/4, and it's going to go onto my 8 by 8 card blank.
Awesome. Getting really busy still as we move towards the end of this show here. Lots of you chatting away still. Karen says, this is my favourite crafting chat room. I love that you read out our questions. Exactly, that's what we're here for. To help you every step of the way. We want to make sure you have all the inspiration you need to get the most out of every single one of these products. So yeah, absolutely will. And remember, you can watch the show back anytime you like as well. Oh, that ribbon's gorgeous, Craig. It's
lovely, isn't it? So it's some green satin. Now what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to get it as close to the centre point, which is 4 inches. And what I want it to resemble once we're finished is a Christmas present.
Oh, okay.
So if I tuck that in, and the reason I want to be quite strict with getting it within the centre, that's because I've cut some panels. So let's attach that to our card now. So we're going to go in. I'm going to make sure I've got some adhesive here. So this can go onto here, that we can see. So let's press that one in. Now I've got these panels also from Santa's Kitchen, and I've gone around with a little bit of straw bale onto red. So let's add our adhesive here so we can tuck them in. So the straw bale that I used was from our water reactive range, just in case maybe you thought that I had used a tri-blend. So it's our water reactive ink pad that I used.
Craig did a great sort of mini masterclass on the ink pads yesterday in our Creative Cravings show. Go back and watch that. Took us through the water reactive ink pads, what they do, how they work, and there was a great 13-piece bundle on the show for you as well. So pop yourself back to that show last night. It was 7 p.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. East Coast time, and you can have a little look at that. I think it was just at the beginning of the second hour, I think. It's about an hour in.
I really enjoyed doing that
great,
little segment. It was good, wasn't it? It was nice. It was nice to for us, it's going back to basics, but for many of you at home, it's something you've never seen before. you know, I noticed there was a couple of comments that have had our water reactive ink pads for a while, but didn't know quite how to use them or where to use them. So it was nice to see that that's given you that little boost to use them. So what I'm doing now is let's go in. So let's go in with our elves. So I'm going to go in with my tacky glue here. So let's do a little, so I'm going to do a dot and a dot. Let's bring in our spiral. So I'm going to make sure that centre bit is within the dot. So let's press that centre bit, which is in the dot. So we can press. So either do the dot on the back of the character, or you can do it this way, that I'm going to show you as well. You can come in with the wobbler and do a little bit of a dot onto there. You really don't need much at all when it comes to our tacky glue. A little does go a long, long way. So holding that for a few seconds. Then what I can do, let's give that a little helping hand. Put my finger up, stabilise it. Then we're going to do a dot. That one can go there. Let's bring in, let's put another one with the red hat, but we can do it towards...
It's a quadruple wobbler.
Here. We're going
It's a wobbler.
It's a big wobbler.
Yeah.
It's a big, big, big wobbler. So let's press that one in to secure it. And then I always go and double check. So as you can see, it didn't quite stick. So we're going to go in with our pokey tool and then pop it into place. And then holding it. And then this is where, remember how I said sometimes with tacky glue, what it can do is spread. So I'm giving it a helping hand, press down. Let's do it, that one's absolutely fine. Last two, we can go in, tacky glue at the edge there. Let's give it a helping hand with my pokey tool. There we go. Last but not least, we can then go in with our last elf. And although I'm using 4 elves, yeah, it could be Mr. Santa Claus, Mrs. Santa Claus, it could be the reindeer, and it could be the elf. So it's a little family at the North Pole. You can have it that way. That would work quite well as well.
Yeah, brilliant.
Actually, yeah, that would have been really good if I'd done that. Maybe next time. So we're going to press that one in to place here. So holding down. And then last but not least, let's go in with our sentiment. And I'm going to pop the sentiment there. And then the very last thing, we're going to go in with our hot glue. We can then pop that one in and press. And then we've got our wobblers within the middle. So we've got our 4 different wobblers.
Love that.
You can see there. Very much of a Christmas present shape by going large. That could be a small Christmas present if you want to do it on 4x4, 5x5, 6x6. But then there you go. Real good wobbler. So once again, purely up to you. The instructions will explain to you how to do it with acetate. You get acetate within the set, but you try acetate, cardstock, whatever you find is easier for yourself.
Absolutely. Should we do the card of the show, Craig? What
Let's
do you think?
do it.
Let's get that vote underway. So the lovely Rachel's got time to count them up.
Let's go. So we done the, so let me move them that way for you. So we've done the bot, well, we've done the robin. We done the gift box with the reindeer. So number 1, number 2, number 3 was the penny slider that we can see here. Let's get that going again. So we've got the penny slider. And then we've got the one that we just done there. So 1, 2, 3 or 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. You choose. Go now and vote. Crafters TV over on Facebook. Crafters Companion across on YouTube. And yes, we will get that winner chosen in the next few minutes. So let me recap exactly what you're getting in this brand new collection of incredible stamps and dies, which are going to enable you to do this really awesome concept, which I know you're going to love using. Remember what you're getting in here then. So you're getting all of the stamps. You get the focal image, you get the sentiments within here as well. This one being your gingerbread. And the other great thing is as well, because you are getting the mechanism in here, it means that you can take other dies and stamps that you already have in your stash and turn those into wobblers. You've got that fabulous little reindeer in there as well. Great sentiments like to a dear friend, as well as merry and bright. Absolutely mix and match those sentiments also if you want to. This one here is Mrs. Claus. Craig still hasn't told me who he thinks this looks like. He's tight-lipped for some reason. I don't know why.
I cannot think. It's on the tip of my tongue.
From our home to yours. I love that she's baking some gingerbread there as well, which is awesome. We've got this cute little Alf here. People were... Elf. Alf the Elf. Great name for an elf. A lot of you saying this reminded you of Craig in the earlier Wake Up Call show. You've got things like, oh, what fun, a jolly hello, you're a friend like no one elf. Then you've got the snowman in here with you as well. So much fun. Thanks for being cool. Love never melts. Then, of course, you've got Santa in here as well with love from Santa. Merry Christmas to all. Have a jolly time. The penguin, that's Erin's favourites. What'll I do without you? Hope your day is a flurry of fun. We also then have as well this one just here, which is of course the robin, not the owl, which says have a lovely Christmas, season's greetings and winter wishes. Demo of the day, demo of the show, resounding, Craig. I shall share that information with you in just a few minutes. I want to again share with you the tri-blends. What an incredible deal we've got for you. It's a flash deal on these. It means we can only hold the price for 24 hours. Easy to see why when you realise you're actually getting a 40% saving. Check out the saving that everyone's getting. $56.93 or $84.65. That is incredible. That means that Platinum members are, I think Platinum members are actually saving more than they're spending here, which is unbelievable. $66.40 or $100. If you didn't have these, if you've been thinking about them, I don't imagine we will do a deal that beats this any time soon. What you've got in here are the 6-piece project packs, and you're going to get floral blends, portrait blends, natural blends, exotic blends, vintage blends, jewel shades, and woodland shades as well. All of those in there. 42 pieces. Giving you, though, remember, 126 pens, of course, because you've got 3 pens in each one of those there, which is fantastic. We also have the Sarah Buddy Bag for you. If you want more Buddy Bag deals, make sure you join myself and Craig a little later today for Cartload, because we've got a great Buddy Bag bundle available for you in that show. This is excellent because what you've got is that hard case in the bottom of here. It's also got like a sort of stadium tiering in here as well, which is fantastic. And what that means is that it then will allow you to really select your pens out of here that you need quite easily. It's got the side flaps as well as the front flap as well. So it means that, of course, when you've got this and you're moving it about, you're not going to lose any of these, which is brilliant. $4.79 or $6.39. As I said, loads more buddy bags coming up for you in the later Cartload show. Right, card of the show is number 4 by a long, long way, apparently.
Wow.
There we are.
The elves. 4 of me. Wobbling elves that you can see here. Quite cute.
Very, very cute. Don't forget there's a great Cartload coming up as well later. As I said, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. East Coast time. Craig, what have we got in store for Cartload later?
You need to keep hydrated. This is the first time where we've given you a little bit of a discount when it comes to our water bottles. These are on our website. They always have been, but then if you want to maybe treat yourself, or maybe you want to get another one, or in my case, I'm going to get a third one. These are going to be on Cartload, although you can get them right now, the Crafter's Companion water bottle, but we've got some of the mystery bags as well. Guess what? It's a mystery, is it? But we've got Staycation as well. That's going to be coming up. We've got Conifon as well. We've got the Shadow Alphabet. We've got, character over
Best ever price on those?
Best ever price, yeah. Silhouette Animal Dies. Gosh, I'm trying to remember as well.
It's amazing how you've managed to remember all these products. I mean, it's like a generation game.
Lined up in my head. If you have been in the mood to try Sharon Kyle's Succulent Collection but haven't yet, we've got them on as well. There's someone else as well. Stencils, that's the other thing I've not seen for a while that we've got on Cartload as well. So much, and many of them as well is going to be the last chance as well. Some of them better, some of them half price, sometimes they're better than that, some are just phenomenal with it being a Cartload.
Absolutely, make sure you join us in 2 hours time, 7 p.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. East Coast, 11 a.m. West Coast, and don't forget as well about the bonus points that we've got running as well. So spend 50, you'll get a 75 bonus points. Spend 75, you get 100 bonus points. Spend 100, you get 150 bonus points, which is absolutely awesome. So make sure you take advantage of that. You don't need to do anything. It'll all take place and sort itself out at the checkout. But remember as well, make sure you're logged into your account when you're on the website, and that way you'll see the price you see will be the price you pay. It'll take into account your Club Inspired discount as well. Not just Cartload as well. If you do miss Cartload, make sure you come back tomorrow. Join myself and Debbie Fisher, my TV wife. We'll be here with Wake Up Call with Debbie, midday in the UK, 7 a.m. Over on the East Coast. I'm told as well there may be a special guest. Ooh, I wonder who it could be. You'll have to tune in and find out. Don't forget to check out your baskets. It really has been such an incredibly busy launch day on these Wobblers. So get yourself checked out. Can't wait to see all the amazing things that you start making. Go off, get some tea, have some food, do what you need to do. Make sure you join myself and Craig back here in 2 hours' time. Bye.
Toodles.